Hello! Today we're going to do a little bit of a different video. I've been told by people in the audience a few times that they'd like to see everything that I own, everything in my video game collection. So that's what this video is, a little bit of a show and tell guided tour of every video game console that I currently own. And a couple of other things that I have that are pretty neat. So this is all of the consoles and systems that I currently own. Starting off with my portable Nintendo 64. It's just a Nintendo 64 and I built a wooden case for it. It's just a wooden square, spray painted it, and put a portable battery in the bottom. And the whole thing runs off that. It just sits on the battery. It doesn't look very organized at the moment, but I can get it looking pretty tidy and hide the cables underneath. It's just a Nintendo 64 with a portable battery and a 9-inch monitor. Moving on to my GameCube. This isn't much other than a GameCube. That's pretty much it. But I do have a GameCube bag, which I love. Eventually, I'd like to get the flip-up screen that goes onto the top of the GameCube and the battery pack that goes below it. That will be the last of the portable systems that I'm trying to collect. Speaking of portable systems, this is my portable PlayStation 1. I have a portable PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they each have coinciding bags. This is my PlayStation 1 with the Sony-made bag. It can hold all the discs, memory cards, controllers, pretty much everything. This is my personal favorite of all of the portable systems I have because it just looks so good. It's visually pleasing, it all matches. And this thing right here, this battery on the bottom was made by Sony. I didn't know this even existed. I went to a game store in Oregon because they said they had the flip-up PS1 screen. When I got there, it was attached to this Sony-made portable battery for the PS1. I had no idea that was a thing. I was just gonna use my own portable battery that I got off Amazon to power it. But this had everything all in one. Let's take a moment to enjoy the lifelike graphics and cinematic mastery of Die Hard on PlayStation 1.
Yeah? John, it's Kenny. Kenny Sinclair.
Kenny, how's it going? Where you been, man?
Things are going great. In fact, that's why I'm calling. I'm the new warden at the Mesa Grande prison here in Vegas.
Such a futuristic device. This thing is so visually pleasing. I don't think I'll ever get rid of this. I do want to sell most of the things you're going to see in this video, so if some of you want any of it, let me know. This is my PlayStation 2, also with a PlayStation 2 bag. The portable screen on this one is made by Joytech. I got the matching controller. And as you can see, I sort of customized. I shortened the wire of the power cord and I run it to that battery. Then I Velcro that flat black battery to the bottom of the system and I can take it anywhere. Here we are enjoying the cinematic mastery of Gun. I will say, I am more of a fan of the game Gun than Red Dead Revolver, the first Red Dead game. I love them all, Red Dead Redemption 1, 2, Revolver, and Gun, but if it's a competition between the first two Cowboy games, I like Gun more, and I think Gun came out like a month before. Here is my PlayStation 3, also in its bag. This one is a backpack with 2 straps. This one is pretty nice. This is a pretty solid bag. And the screen for the PlayStation 3 is made by Hori. I do the same thing with this. I use 2 flat portable batteries to run the system if I ever want to take it out and use it out in public with no cords. And this is my PlayStation 4. I'm not going to take it out of its secret hiding spot because it would be a pain in the neck. And where it is hiding is in my Kralix arcade cabinet, which is basically a custom-made Vulix style arcade cabinet. You can't get them anymore. It's all made out of wood. I sit at this thing all the time. I watch TV, movies, eat my breakfast right there. I put my cereal bowl in the center. I love this system so much, and I usually just use it as a piece of furniture. But it's awesome, and this is where my PlayStation 4 lives. And then we have the portable PlayStation 5. Not much to say about this. It's a PlayStation 5 with a flip-up screen. The screen is made by G-Story, and I use this battery pack that I got off Amazon. I think you use it mostly for like camping and stuff. Plug it in and let it rip. This is a YouTube short that you may have seen on my channel of me showing how you can use this completely portable. Basically, I just took a belt and strapped the battery to my back and held the system. There's the battery plugged in. Screen and the system are plugged into that. It's got 2 AC ports and I can go literally anywhere. I used to take this thing to Applebee's every single Friday night and I'd put the whole system on the table. The battery only lasts for 2 hours, so I wouldn't be there very long. but it does work and it's awesome, and everyone asked me about it, and it was super cool, and everyone was jealous. So are you. Here's something a little different. This is my collection of video game console watches. I have a Sega Saturn Japanese version, a US version, a Zelda watch, and a PlayStation, and a PlayStation 1. The Zelda watch is my personal favorite. I've had that thing forever, and I've worn it in a ton of Talking Classics episodes. This is my PlayStation Vita. Vita is possibly my favorite handheld console ever made. I absolutely love it. Perfect size, perfect feel. I love the games, I love the graphics. It's amazing. And this game right here that I'm playing, Unit 13, actually still has online servers. DJ Nicky, someone you guys might know, a friend of mine who streams and plays games, he and I played in an online lobby together on Vita with PlayStation Vita TVs, which is basically this system that you can plug into a TV, so you can play Vita games on TV. You can actually stream Vita games using that system. You have to like hack it and mod it, which Nikki helped me do, but we were able to stream ourselves playing together. We're the only people, probably only people in like the past 10 years to ever go in a Vita online lobby and play an online game together. It was super cool. This is a game I really like called Ys 8. It's kind of like a Final Fantasy and Zelda mix. I like it because it's not turn-based combat. It's just live action. Hit a guy and the guy dies. It's perfect. It's like a brawler beat-em-up style game, but also fantasy, turnstile stuff. And I thought they were all like that, but nope. Turns out Ys 8 is amazing. Right up my alley. Check it out. Now we got the heavy hitter. This is the Nomad. If you didn't know, this is a Sega Genesis that can fit in your hand. You can play Genesis cartridges right in this console. I do have the portable battery pack, but I cannot find it right now, so I just plugged it in. I played this a lot last spring in restaurants. It would be the thing, I would take it with me and leave my cell phone at home, and I would just play Genesis when I'd go out to eat. It was awesome. This is my Game Gear with a custom paint job and modded LCD screen. LCD or LED? I don't know. I forget. But I don't remember where I got this. I got it online. It's got this really soft touch. It feels so soft. The paint is like incredibly soft to touch. I love the Game Gear. I just never loved how it looked. It just kind of looked like a big black brick. This paint job makes me like it even more now. This is my Game Boy Pocket that was modified by my friend Dan Boy Color. Check him out on Instagram. Something else in this video was made by him as well. He puts in light up screens and LEDs in the buttons and gives them a new paint job. I love this thing. It's a perfect size. I love the Game Boy Pocket. It's like my favorite sized Game Boy. It feels so good in my hand. This is my personal favorite Game Boy ever made, the Game Boy Advance SP. I love flip things. I love flip phones and things that flip open and close. I love the clamshell. Sounds so good. This also has very soft paint. I got this thing off of Etsy and I absolutely love it. And here's my Game Boy Light. If you didn't know, this is the very first light up Game Boy ever made. It's only came out in Japan, I think. And this is one of them. It's pretty much all there is to it. It's just an original Game Boy in a Game Boy Pocket size with a light up screen. This is me playing Motocross Maniacs and doing really, really bad at it. I'm actually kind of embarrassed and don't want you to see any more of this. And here is my original Game Boy, my DMG. Now this thing was modified. I don't remember who did this. If you watch this and it was you, please comment. I can't remember exactly who did this. The thing that is special about this Game Boy is that I have never charged it, ever. I got it in 2014. It was fully charged when I got it, and I've never plugged it in, and the battery still turns the system on. It's crazy. So, because of that, I never play it. I only turn it on every once in a while just to see if it still turns on, and it does. And this is one of those times. I think this is the longest I've ever had it on. It's just a dot matrix Game Boy with a light up screen. That's pretty much it. And I can charge it with, you know, a different charger, but I've never done it. This is my modified Game Boy Color Light. I don't remember where I got this either. It was somewhere online. This has the softest paint out of all of my consoles. It's crazy how soft it is. It's a weirdly, weirdly soft paint. It's so nice. And I like the bleached out white paint job. This is my Game Boy Advance SP, much like the clamshell flip open one, but it doesn't flip open. This was made by J-Boy Mods. J-Boy Mods is on Instagram. This is an Advance SP in a hard body. It's metal. They call this body style the Slate. I love it. And this is my DS. I got this on tour with the Game Grumps so Aaron and I could play Pokemon on the bus together. There's not much to say about it. It's just a black DS. And this is my Game & Watch console that I got in 1988 when I was 7 years old. I got this for Christmas. I use it as my alarm clock. It has a little kickstand there. You can put it down and use it as a clock. It's basically just calculator graphics, and it's Mario just jumping up and down lines. It's pretty fun, but I haven't turned it on like 100 years. And this is my boxing game calculator from Japan. It was something I saw on eBay, and you can play a boxing game. It's a regular calculator, and then it also has a boxing game where you have two opponents facing each other, and you can use the buttons to fight the person. The batteries are dying, so I can't really show you. This isn't a game console, but it's something I thought was kind of neat because it's one of my small glowing handheld devices. It's an iPod 5, I think it's the 5.5 technically, with an updated screen and a blue click wheel. And I use this Bluetooth receiver to play this on my modern Apple headphones. Like I have those big ones that go around your ears. I like to go to the gym without my phone, and I can only listen to music and not look at the internet. So I take this and my headphones with me to do that. This is my original iPhone 1. Again, not a video game, just something that I had that was sitting near the console, so I figured I'd show it to you. It still goes on the internet. I have 3 pictures on it, and one of them is an even older cell phone, my StarTAC flip phone that I truly love, and an old Mac picture, and my dog, Frank. And then we have my portable Dreamcast. Yes, you read that right. It says Dreamcast with a T. This was a Dreamcast made in China, I think in around 99, early 2000s. They were taking Dreamcasts and remaking them or something, or just copying the schematics and then throwing a screen on them and selling them, and eventually Sega shut down the company. It's just a Dreamcast, but this can play NTSC and PAL games, so I can play any region games, and I have a portable screen. So I throw my battery under it and I can take it literally anywhere. And this is my really big Sega Genesis. This is my Streets of Rage arcade cabinet, complete with Streets of Rage art and marquee and splatter blood all over the place. It's got the Genesis grid artwork from the Master System and Genesis box art. And inside is just a Genesis Model 1. What I have in the system is one of those cartridges that has like every game on it. It also has a subwoofer and a Sirius speaker system. So you can play the Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack with some serious bass. Sounds like you're in the club. And now this is my keyboard that I recently got for playing Minecraft. I don't really like clicky keyboards, but this one is kind of satisfying for me to touch. I like how simple it is. I like the colors that it glows, and it's really soft. The buttons themselves are soft. This is basically my controller for when I play Minecraft. I absolutely love Minecraft. It's really weird to me that I like it. It's not the kind of game I ever thought I would like, but in 2019, I tried it and I'm hooked. And this is my very unique portable Mac Mini laptop. Basically, it's a full Macintosh computer. I take my Mac Mini, and it has a 3D printed case that my friend Mike Lombardo, as you can see, Bardo Industries, he made all the props for the Dad series. He made this for me, and the design is made by a YouTuber named Scott Eugen. He basically came up with this concept where he 3D printed a case to hold his Mac Mini, and then an iPad as the screen, and then you just connect them with a cable, and you can take your full desktop Mac computer to a cafe or something. So my friend Mike Lombardo got the 3D printed plans, and he 3D printed me one, and I'm using it as a prop in the Dad videos. This is from the new music video that's on the Dad channel that just came out, Feel the Power, and you can see it better in action. This has the actual Mac in it. Something that the guy who made this, Scott, didn't do was add a custom keyboard onto the actual computer. He just uses a Mac keyboard like off to the side. I thought it was cooler looking if you put an actual keyboard on it, so I just got a Bluetooth keyboard and Velcroed it right on top of the Mac, and I think it looks pretty clean. Now this is something very unique. This is something that Mike Lombardo, again, 3D printed for me. He basically printed this computer case, put a glowing keyboard in it, and then stuffed another Mac Mini inside and put a little screen on there. This is a computer that I used in the Man videos. I don't know if everyone over here has seen those videos. That's a little series that takes place on the Dad channel. It's this other character, and this is Man's computer. I wanted it to look very like 70s with like the brown and mustard colored color scheme. So there it is. That's just a Mac inside, and it's just a Macintosh computer in a really weird case, and it's very fun to look at. Some of you also might have seen this on the Volume podcast. And this is a 1999 iBook laptop. It's an Apple laptop that Dan Boy Color, who made my purple or blue Game Boy Pocket, I'm colorblind and can't tell which one it was, but he also did this for me. He just gutted a 1999 iBook and then stuck an iPad in it and then a keyboard down below, and I can use it as a full-on computer. I can type on the keyboard and it has a little trackpad on the right of the keyboard. So it's awesome, and it's in this super cool looking case. And then we have my Keith Apicary arcade stick. I don't remember where I got this. A fan sent it to me way back in like 2010 or 11. It's made out of metal, it's very heavy, and it uses an Ethernet cable, weirdly enough, that plugs into the controller. It goes from Ethernet to USB. So, and then you can plug it into an Xbox 360, a PlayStation 3, or PC. It probably would work on PlayStation 5 as well. But yeah, the buttons glow and it's awesome. That's pretty much it. But I do have this other side collection of weird VCRs. This is a VCR that would go into a van, and I got it for the Man series. If anyone's interested in seeing my weird VCR collection, let me know and maybe I'll do that. So yeah, there you go. This is all my weird electronic stuff that I currently own. And if you want to buy any of it, I'm probably going to be selling it. So I'll probably do a live stream someday here on this YouTube channel where I auction things off, because I don't need to keep all this stuff. I'm just going to keep the things I really like. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.